She's remarkable, isn't she?
She can be a little flat.
Flat?
It defies medical science.
It's a conspiracy of kindness is the way that we've been talking about it a little bit. My character kind of unwittingly becomes this accomplice to, he's got to... I saw Cosme as a very chaste, pure, innocent fish out of water who wandered into this beautiful apartment in New York and his dream job, and he lands it, and then she opens her mouth to sing, and birds fall out of the sky, and he's just looking for any kind of companion in this, and everywhere he turns, everybody's just smiling. It's like the Twilight Zone. Everyone's smiling and nodding, and then he gets in deeper, and then he finds out Hugh Grant's character has a mistress, and all of a sudden he's got to keep a secret, and then he also has to keep the secret about the horrors of Florence's voice. He's in way over his head, so you watch him squirm, and it is this unbelievably unique trio. It's a motley trio.
Bravo! It was wonderful, Bunny.
Want to try another take?
Well, I don't see why. That seemed perfect to me.
I don't think that these recordings are just atrocious. I think actually what you hear, and Meryl's talked about this, is the aspiration. You actually you're listening to the attempt and how earnest it is, and it actually comes very close, and it's so pure and genuine that I think that is what sort of that's kind of what coats the tragedy with a little bit of joy and comedy, is that it's the passion of what she's doing despite the inability. She's aiming for the stars, so it's falling on your face it's still commendable. You watch the Olympics, and you watch these people. You watch the way if they fail, there's such integrity. She had the blessing of not knowing that she was failing, and that's inspiring too. So I think just a lack of releasing any kind of judgment or cynicism, that purity. It's a very fleeting moment in life, and we usually only have it, I think, when we're children. So maybe you can feel it in her music. The Carnegie Hall concert sold out faster than Frank Sinatra, who had performed the night before. So you can imagine just the air, the cologne that you can smell. And then they walk in there, and it's, I think that moment is, well, first of all, for us as actors, it was interesting because there really were all these extras, and they were all dressed up, and Meryl wanted to shoot them first to get a genuine reaction from them, so that they didn't listen to us do this all day, and then at the end turn around on a bunch of tired, extras who are not able, who've heard it. So we did a concert kind of off camera for them, and that actually, again, we got very nervous because we were going out and performing, and but I think that moment in the movie too is you've seen my character steps up all of a sudden and kind of has to protect her, where he came in sort of, just a little wisp of a man. All of a sudden he's getting protective, and then I think in that moment when they decide to go out there, when he kind of rallies her, I think that is the moment of, there's something more important than reputation and craft. It's the doing of it as opposed to how well you do it. And so I think, it's let's put our whole selves in there, and if we fail, at least we'll fail passionately.
What loveliness.
I did learn, I think, about, again, giving in to doubts, fears, insecurities, as opposed to resisting them and thinking, I can't feel this way. I bet Meryl Streep doesn't feel this way. She must look in the mirror and just say, like, still Meryl, check, and then she's brilliant. No, I mean, this is actually, it is the essence of what we're doing, which is living in the insecurity and the unknown. And I think doing it with delight, and feeling the privilege of what we do, because sometimes you can forget that we're telling stories it's very important, but it's also very, it's very privileged to get to do that, and you know, and so it's just a reminder.
Well, I must say, I think you're absolutely ideal.
Did I mention that I also compose?
And he also composes.
Yes, I'm sure he does.